So today we're working on lesson 9, Sprite Properties. You know what property is? It's when you say a property, you can think of a color, you can think of a height, location, so anything that defines your sprite. So that's called a property. Okay. In this last lesson, when students were introduced to sprites, they focused mainly on creating a sprite and then assigning it an animation, right? So you guys remember how we did sprite. First, we're defining it. Second, we were assigning an animation. Third, we were drawing it, right? So there are three things you need to do to add a sprite. One, you need to define it. Two, you need to assign it. Three, you have to draw it. Okay, good. Now, let's go on first one, and then kind of it's a prediction. So let's see if we can predict it. All right. Now, look at this code below and predict where the B sprite will appear. So let's just investigate. Now, first line is going to define it. So var B means I'm telling computer, hey, I'm creating a variable, a new sprite variable, and I'm naming it a B. And I'm also telling computer what it is going to be. Now, where is it going to be on the screen, guys? Based on these numbers, 200 and 200. Where my B is going to be? Can anyone tell me? 200 by 200. Anyone? Doing prediction. Now, second, we assign animation, right? So B will be assigned a B. Or could be something else, but I'm assigning a B. Third, I'm telling B's X to be somewhere else. I'm telling B's Y to be somewhere else, and I'm drawing it. So what is going on here? First, I told it to be here, and then I'm telling it to go somewhere else. So this part is kind of confusing. Okay? That's what we call the prediction. In the prediction, you can make mistakes. It's fine. I don't cut points for making mistakes. But it wants you to do a prediction. So let me try write something. All right, just to show you where it's going to be. Oh, I actually give you options. What will the program show? A B sprite in the middle of the screen, B sprite in the bottom right corner, right? But here it was the middle. How come it's right bottom corner? Because these two, you know what it does? It overrides the overrules. It's like, okay, I don't know how it's in your family. Who says the final decision at home? Mom or dad? So, okay, I'm on task 2. So when I run the program, I see this. What is it called? Paint palette and also a brush. Okay, change the location of the paint brush to touch the palette. So guys, how do we do that? I want my brush to be on top of my palette, right? So if you look here, look, let's investigate. 1, var palette, create palette. It's been created. Then assign animation to the palette. Remember, I told you 3 steps. Define a palette variable, create a variable, assign an animation, and then draw it. So first we create a palette, it's here. We assign it a palette picture, it's here. But if you guys change it, it will be something else. Look, I can make it a brush if you want. You see, it's going to be brush. But I want it to be a palette. That's why I'm picking a palette. Secondly, I'm going to, again, define a brush, and then again, set an animation to be paintbrush. Here's the thing. How can I move my brush here? If you look on the line 6, it says palette X equals 100. So what does it mean, palette X? What do you think it means? What does X mean? Tells you guys, X. What is X? X-axis, right? Location on the X. And then palette Y tells me where is my palette on the vertical line, Y-axis. So these are the coordinates. Now, to make my brush to be touching the palette, what should be matching? What should be the same? The X and the Y, right? The location should be the same. So they all kind of overlap, right? So I'm changing numbers from 100. This 300 has to be 100 as well. And then this 300, this also has to be 300. When you guys run, you also already have this. There we go. You see my brush is on the palette. Now I'm going to pause here. So task 3, new properties. Now sprites have lots of properties. If you want to check the properties, you can find them under sprites. You see sprite X, X location, sprite Y, it's a Y location, sprite scale, it's the size, sprite rotation, you can rotate your sprite. So far we only have 4 properties. Now what it wants us to do is run the program, okay, to see what is different about first 2 nodes. So you see first 2 nodes, this one and this one. What is different about them? Okay. They're a little smaller than other 2, right? So look, there are 4 of them. These first 2 are much smaller than these 2. So notice how rotation and then scale blocks make first 2 nodes look different. So look, if you guys look at the first note, it is drums. This is note 1. This is note 1. And then you see it says scale 0.3. So what does scale means? Scale means size referencing the original size. So what is the original size? It's 1, which is 100%. What is 0.3? How many percent I decrease the size? If 1 is 100, what is 0.3 in terms of percentage? So let's try to make it back to normal. Okay. Actually, you know what? It says change the last 2 nodes differently. So node 3, I'm going to go to node 3 and then add a rotation or a scale because it's missing it doesn't have a scale. Look, 3 and 4, they don't have a scale, they don't have a rotation, but for node 1 and 2, they both have it. So I'm adding a scale to node 3. That just to make it maybe half size. What was half size? 0.5. And then I'm going to rotate it. Let's rotate it. How many degrees? Let's make it upside down. So how many degrees should I rotate it to make it upside down? So if it's standing, it has to be upside down. How many degrees? Any suggestions? 180. Good. Good. So let's run this. Okay, something went wrong. Scale. It says we can't figure out the sprite is. Oh, the name doesn't match. You see, I added a scale, but I did not tell which sprite is gonna get this. So I have to make sure the names match. Node 3. Same here. Node 3. You see, if you read the error, you can actually understand what's the problem. Running it again, and then you see it's half size and it's also upside down. Let's do the same thing for 4. We add again scale, and then let's make it maybe 0.1, really small, and then let's rotate it maybe 90 degree. Let's see what's going to happen. Note 4, and then note 4. So this note will be laying horizontally and also very small. Here you see, tiny, as anticipated. Okay, that was task number 3. And then we're done for today. So scale property, rotation property, multiple properties. Scale property, let's see what it asked me to do. Guys, you need to do all of them, by the way. No choosing, all of them has to be done because I'm dividing it into 2 days. If it was 1 day, I would say do 1, but we're doing it 2 days. Okay, that's why I expect you to do all of them. Now look at the image here, and then look at the image here. You see, they don't match. So what is not what doesn't match here? The sizes of elephant and the cows are way too large, right? So we have to change those. So I have to locate where my elephant is. Here it is. And then you see this elephant scale 1. We have to make it much smaller. So how much smaller do you think? This is original size 100. So compare this and this. How much smaller, guys? You know what? Maybe slightly smaller. So what is slightly smaller in compared to 1? 0.8. Yeah, that was ahead in mind. Thank you. 0.8. Running, you see it's slightly smaller. Oh, it didn't change. 0.8. There. There. Now cow has to be much smaller too, but this time it's less than 0.8 because making it 0.8 will make it the same size as elephant, right? But here it's huge. So let's 0.5 will work. Yes, let's try that. Yes, good. Do you guys see fish? Fish doesn't fit in the glass. So let's make the fish smaller as well. Fish 1, let's make it 0.4 or 5 or 3. Yes, there we go. And then the bee is also way too large. So let's fly, I mean. Let's make it half size or 0.3. So you see, I only changed the scales. There we go. Way too large, so small. Let's make it maybe 5. Yeah. Oops. 0.5. Okay, reset. There we go. Okay, good. That's one of task 4. So we only change numbers for scales: fly scale, fish scale, cow scale, and elephant scale. It's already there. All we had to do is just change the scale values, numbers. Finish. And then the following one, this time it's going to be rotation. Rotate property. So I assume we just need to rotate cars in a correct direction. Okay, you run this, and then you see in here they are aligned with the street or the freeway. Here they're not. So red one has to be rotated. How many degrees do you think we need to rotate red one, guys? So let's rotate this one 90 degree, the red one. Car left, I think, car left. So we need to add it. We don't have it. So we're going to go and grab out rotation on the car left, right? We make sure the names match. Car left, and then 90 degrees. Let's run this and see. Yes, car was he's good. And then for yellow, we said 45 degrees, right? So car right, we're gonna add rotation. We name it car right because it has to match, the names has to match. Car right. And then how many degrees we said? 45. There we go. It's been fixed. Okay, so all we had to do is adding car rotation to the car on the left, car rotation for the car on the right, and then just assign numbers. The red one will be rotated 90 degrees. The yellow one will be rotated 45 degrees. And we can click on an eagle. You know, eagle eyes, they spot tiny like insects. Yes, because look, here it's looking down. It should be looking up. Good. So how many degrees, Yadira, I should rotate it? Yeah. Here. Car bottom. Car bottom.
Please excuse the interruption. Tankers, please make your way to the front.
So it is 180. All right. Guys, for participation, I'll be considering your participations, guys. And then I'll be giving extra credits. Okay? So please try to participate because I know certain people participate all the time. So when I do grading at the end of the year, it's, let's say that person has 85. I can round it up to 90 based on that participation. All right. That person, the people who participate, they totally deserve it. Okay, guys. Now that was one of the tasks which involved rotation. So we re-rotated the orange. The yellow was 45, and then so it's yellow is 45. The orange is or red is 90 degree, and then the blue one is 180 degree. Yeah. Okay, green we don't have to. Yeah. Okay. Now let's complete it. The last one. I have only one left. All right. No, it's okay. You can do it. Just adding rotations and setting. Red one was 90 degree. Now yellow was 45. Another one 180. And then the last one, guys, multiple properties. Now we need to add multiple properties. So in here, okay, it says practice using scale and rotation. Now, look at this. Okay, so some of them are way too big, oversized. So we're gonna make this astronaut smaller and then slightly rotated. You see? So I'm gonna locate the astronaut and then go to sprites. So you add scale and then make it probably 0.3 and also rotate it to be, I would say, 45 degrees, because look, it's like 45 degrees. It was straight and then slightly tilted, 45 degrees. And again, don't forget to make the names match. Astronaut. Astronaut. Reset. There we go. Okay. And then this meteor, it has to be also scaled down. Let's find a meteor, which is it's comet. Okay, it's comet. We add scale to the comet. We scaled it down to 50%. 50%, and also rotate it. How many degrees do you think it is, guys? It was pointing that way, like down bottom diagonal. Now it's gonna point at the right bottom diagonal. How many degrees? What is your estimate? The comet was looking that way. Now it's looking the opposite. How many degrees? 90. It might be 90. Let's try 90. Yes. And then make the names comet, match, comet. Run this. Yes, you were right. And yeah, it's been fixed. Also this little the little guy has to be rotated slightly. So who is that one? What is that one? Alien. So for alien, we also add scale. And then scale it down to 0.8, maybe not too much. And also rotate it slightly. So guys, look. If you do positive, it's gonna go clockwise, right? If you want to rotate it the opposite way, we need to do maybe minus 45. Should we try that? And name should add alien and alien. Run this. Yes, there we go. All right. This is pretty much what we do today. Thank you very much. Posting the video right away.